Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Yeah.
There we go.
Check. Yeah, for some reason it was muted. Who knows?
I just said that.
I don't know. Good morning. Habari Ghani, my people. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the Post of Phoenix and beyond. Like always, we are all the way live in Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I am Damon Dipleen Ellison and my co-host. You don't know your name?
Sorry, I was worried about my computer sound. My name is Iesha. What's up, peoples? What's up? Good morning.
We'll be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in your vibrant community, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of our city. Let's go ahead and get this going, man. We're going to do some news like always. We're going to talk about the things that's happened this week, some of the videos that you might already seen, but we're just going to discuss what's been going on and what's been happening, like we do it all the time. So first off, we're going to go to the rundown, some of the top stories this week. So Iesha, what you got?
Yes. Good morning. And like Damon was saying this morning, welcome to Habari Live. Again, I'm Iesha, and we're going to go ahead and talk about some of today's top stories that are making headlines across the country and beyond. A major win for reproductive rights this week when a federal judge blocked the Trump administration's efforts to strip Planned Parenthood from federal funding, calling the move politically motivated and potentially harmful to millions of Americans who rely on Planned Parenthood for reproductive health services.
Mm-hmm. That's a big deal.
It is. It really is a big deal because, not only do women benefit from using Planned Parenthood, a lot of men use Planned Parenthood to go in and get their testings and things
Exams,
like that done.
Other types of help. Sometimes Planned Parenthood is the only
option,
medical advice that's in the area.
Yeah, you're right. Meanwhile, we have political tensions escalating when Donald Trump called for Kamala Harris, and even some of the celebrities like Oprah and Beyonce who endorsed her, for them to be prosecuted. No formal charges have been filed, but the rhetoric is raising alarm bells ahead of this year's election season that's coming up. And then in immigration this week, Senator Alex Padilla introduced legislation that would create a clear pathway to law enforcement lawfully permanent residency for millions of undocumented immigrants. The bill is gaining some attention as advocates are calling for more humane immigration reforms, given the way that we've been seeing ICE treat citizens.
Yeah, man. It's been pretty disgraceful what we've been seeing on many of these videos, the way ICE is going up to people's jobs, snatching them out. I heard a lady telling a story about the stove still had food cooking as people were being snatched out of the restaurants, while food is still burning on the stoves,
Mm-hmm.
they're snatching people out of these restaurants, putting them in paddy wagons
Right.
and shipping them off.
Mm-hmm.
These people are working, man. That's not what they promised. They
Mm.
promised they was going to go after the criminals and the thugs, and they do the opposite. They going after people that just want to go to work, man.
Yep.
And it's pretty disgusting.
It is. From the courts in Oklahoma, the Muskogee Nation has ruled that descendants of enslaved Black people, known as freedmen,
Mm,
are officially entitled to tribal citizenship.
mm,
It's a historic move for racial justice and native sovereignty.
mm. Did they say who decided to do this? Was it the tribe that decided to
Mm-hmm.
let people in? Okay, okay. I mean, that's
Yeah,
cool,
the
man.
Muskogee Nation ruled it.
I mean, I guess it's never too late. The
Right.
fact that they own slaves, but all people own slaves. It was even Black people in America that owned slaves.
Mm-hmm.
If some people didn't know that, but it was just a disgusting thing that everybody thought was normal, and even a lot of native tribes got into slavery.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
Yep. Going into some education this week, a Memphis charter school made headlines after they banned the use of Jordan footwear. They sparked backlash from some of the
I'll
parents
switch the camera, bro.
who's saying that the policy is unfairly targeting Black students and their cultural expressions.
What? No, I'm sorry, I missed some of it. Was what? Who they did? They banned what now?
Jordan sneakers.
From a private school?
Yes, it's a Memphis charter school.
Mm-hmm.
They banned students from wearing Jordan sneakers, and parents are saying that it's unfairly targeting Black students and their cultural expressions.
I don't know, man. My first thing, I would have to see the demographics of the school. That was the first thing I would want to look at. I mean, if the school is predominantly Black, then I guess that doesn't matter, because you're trying to make sure that charter schools and these schools with these uniforms, they're trying to keep kids who are poor from getting mad. I don't, dude. I really don't get it. But that's the thing that they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure the kids who are poor don't stick out, and the kids are the rich. They want everybody to be on the same playing field, I guess. I don't really understand it, but if I know back in the day, people would still, I guess, people were getting robbed for
Mhm.
Jordans, and you look cool because you have some on, and some kids have on Walmart shoes. Man, I don't understand. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is people trying. Is this a more of a? I just don't understand the stance. There's always going to be somebody in life that's going to have something more than you. Just get over it. I mean, really, just get over it. What can you really do just because some kid has some shoes that you can't afford?
Right.
What can you do? If their parents wants to buy them these things, that's on them.
Mhm.
How you gonna tell them what they cannot wear? I understand it's a charter school, the private school, they make their own rules. And that's the thing. They can make their own rules, and you can lead a school. But to me, it seems kind of ridiculous. I don't know if it's a racial thing. I think it's more of a economic thing is what they're trying to do. But regardless, it's just pretty silly. It's what are you really proving? What are you really doing? How long are you gonna protect these kids, man? One of these days they're gonna find out they're poor.
Right.
Man, how long are you gonna be able to protect them from the fact that they don't have any money? Jordan was the GOAT. I agree with you, Chris. I don't know what that has to do with the conversation. Oh, yeah. Are we talking about Jordan? But Jordan, yes, Jordan is definitely the GOAT. I 100% agree, Mr. Chris from TikTok. But yeah, man, I just don't understand the thing. You're gonna realize you're poor one day. They're trying to keep kids from making fun of each other because of their sneakers. It's gonna happen regardless. Because regardless if you ban Jordans, the kids are still going to have other shoes that cost more than the other kids' shoes. So how far are you going to take this? You're going to ban every shoe that's expensive and make them all buy shoes from Walmart? Like, what is the purpose of this? I would have to read more into it, but to me, it's pretty silly. That wouldn't be the first thing I would yell is racism, because all kids wear Jordans, white, black, green, yellow. They all wear them. So I'm not sure what they're trying to prove with this, man. But like I said, it seems like it's pretty silly to me. What else you got?
In Virginia, a local city councilman was set on fire during an apparent personal attack inside his
Ugh.
office this week. He's currently hospitalized with serious injuries, and the police are still investigating the motive behind the assault.
That's disgusting, man.
It really is.
I know it was
over
in
a personal matter.
Danville, which is the area that you are from, Dannyville. But yeah, man, it's pretty disgusting, man. I don't
Thank you, baby, for the roses. We appreciate that.
I don't understand. Oh, I thought you was calling somebody baby. It's probably Babby. I think it's maybe, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but it's kind of crazy, that somebody would do that to another human being,
Right.
man. I mean, God, man, we supposed to be a Christian nation, man. We some disgusting people, what we do to each other, man, in anger.
It is.
I don't know what this man did to this dude, but holy crap.
Yep.
Goodness.
And, on the West Coast this week, a Korean PhD student with a valid green card has been detained in California. His lawyer says that it's an unlawful detention and yet another example of ICE's overreach.
Man, it's not even cool to be in America right now. That's why our tourism has bottomed out. We've lost billions of dollars in tourist dollars. People just don't want to come to America right now. It's a sad state of affairs when people come here and they feel like that ICE is going to snatch them up and throw them into prison. Everybody, a lot of people are for this stuff. They want this people out of here. Oh, man, these people right here, bro.
I know it's
TDS is real. No, your Trump is deranged. Is real.
It's really real.
That's what's real. Is Trump is 100% deranged. Y'all, man, I wish y'all, man, dude.
They really are.
It's so annoying, bro.
I
hate them so much, man.
In international news, singer Sierra is among the first group of African Americans to be granted citizenship by the West African nation of Benin, recognizing their ancestral roots as descendants of enslaved people. The move is symbolic and part of Benin's broader reconciliation efforts.
Yeah.
So they're saying that anyone who can trace their lineage back to
Benin and Togo,
or anywhere around the transatlantic slave area, they'll be able to become a citizen there.
I also saw Ludacris do this, and supposedly he's moving his family. Who knows?
And Spike Lee is the ambassador.
I've already done my DNA, and I had some Benin and Togo. So
me too.
Most African Americans and probably can trace their lineage to that area, because those are the areas where most of us were coming from.
And it's easy because they're giving you many options. Not only can you provide evidence of saying, hey, I can pinpoint this exact person that came from here. They're allowing you to do the DNA testing to show that your lineage does come from here. And that is a form of acceptance for you to become a citizen as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, if that's what you want to do, definitely it's cool. I think definitely it took a long time. It seems that you would think that Africa would have been open with open arms. Most of Western Africa would have been open to African Americans, knowing the situation. But it took a couple hundred years, I guess. But it's all good, about 160 years. But I guess, what I'm saying, it's cool for people who are curious and want to go check it out and have the money to buy the flight. And that's going to be the difference. A lot of people don't have the money to fly to Africa and do all this. and that's why it's going to be mostly celebrities that's going to be doing it.
Mhm.
But some people don't feel comfortable in America right now. So and some people just want to get out of here, and it's a
Yeah.
war on minorities in America right now.
Yeah, it is. I
So
mean, I did recently also see an article that said that there was an increasing number of African Americans that were moving to Africa.
I mean, you have people on the news building all white towns, even though I don't know, there's all white states still. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
it's crazy to see them building all white towns, talking about we don't want anybody here when you could just go to Montana. I think that's like 0.2% black. So
Right.
it's a lot of people who feel uncomfortable in this country where people are openly racist
Mm-hmm.
and screaming DEI to everything and woke to everything and hating anything that has to do with black people today. It's the end thing to do for the conservatives, Christian people.
Right.
That's what good Christians do. They hate
Yeah.
everybody. So
Yeah.
it's a weird time, man, and I understand some people just don't want to deal with this stuff, dude, because it's disgusting, man. But you know
Mhm.
what? I'm here for the fight. I'm here for the fight. Let's go. All you racists, you can come on here talking all your racist chatter.
Mhm.
I'm
And
ready
speaking
for
to
it.
their
Let's go.
TDS that they want to claim that everybody else has.
Mm.
There's concerns about Trump's mental fitness that are now making headlines.
Mm.
After he appeared to be confused about a burn bag, which is a secure container used for classified materials, during a White House briefing this week. Critics are citing that this is another sign of Trump's possible cognitive decline.
I mean,
I mean, that's one of the things that they ran against Biden, right?
right. Trump is about 4 years younger or so, I believe, than Biden. And they were calling Biden incompetent and old man and senile when he was about the same age as Trump.
Right.
So it's kind of crazy to see the mental gymnastics that they have to do to try to make this okay. This dude, he babbles incoherently all the time.
All the time.
He says things that makes no sense. He mixes up people all the time. Now, if this was Joe Biden, they would be losing their fucking minds. They'd be losing their mind. They'll be flipping out. Oh my God. Why is Joe Biden the president? That's what they'll be hollering. We all know. But since it's Trump, it's okay. It's okay.
They find
Everything
excuse
he
they
said,
can.
they excusing that he's a pedophile right now. They don't care. I said the dude admitted it when he first came in. He can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue
And get away with
and
it.
get away with it because his people don't care. As long as he's being racist toward brown people, black people, they feel okay.
Yep. Anybody but
They're
them.
okay. It's fine. It's fine. Long as it's not us. And with his big beautiful bill, he's coming after y'all.
Mhm.
But they don't think so. They think
They
it's
really
somebody
don't.
else.
But I mean, you have private businesses like
Mhm.
Brown University who continue Brown and Columbia University who have reached agreements with the White House to restore their previously frozen federal research funding. I mean, the move comes months after negotiations, but concerns over compliance with federal guidelines.
Mhm. It's man, it's crazy to see the government.
Stepping into a private business.
Nah, it's just that they're like the mafia. They're going around extorting schools,
Right.
making them give up money. Like, dude, it's crazy. These are private schools. And the thing that the Republicans has been hollering for 8, 25, 30 years, small business, small government.
Mm-hmm.
The government should not be stepping into the lives of people. Government should not be stepping to small businesses and trying to tell them what to do, private businesses. But to watch this, man, and watch these guys just sit around and act like it's not a big deal. They would lose their minds if this was a Democrat going into schools, telling the schools how they need to be more to the right or to the left, telling these schools how they need to punish people. So you saying that no one can say anything bad about the Jews?
Right.
No one can stand up against the genocide that they are putting forth to the people in Gaza, the Palestinians, how they're treating them. No one can stand up. Now, when you can blame all the other minorities and kick out all minorities, but we can't say nothing about the Jews. Like, it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And what he's doing is going all of these schools and these schools that are bending their knee, this guy. And I hope people do not go to your schools. I understand that what you're saying, you're doing work. Just hit a pill. I don't know why we always getting suspended on TikTok.
Somebody hit us for unoriginal content.
How is it it's us? How is it unoriginal? Yeah, man, hit the appeal, man. It's
something else, and then just tell them that we're entertainment agency providing opinions on the news throughout the week.
Yeah, I mean,
the
like
one that says something else
at the bottom, the last one.
The last one.
Something else.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, like I'm saying, man, I don't understand why some of these schools are just letting him bully them. Yeah, these Trumpers, you know, they see anybody against them, they hit the button, and they want to see us offline because you know you can't have a different opinion than them. The guys who scream about First Amendment, scream about the First Amendment. That's all they talk about. But anybody else
gets taken down.
They want you down. You can't have a different opinion than them.
Right.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, man, is that it? All right. So let's go ahead and God, MAGA, Trump, baby. This country, Trump, along with God, can't stop that man. Yeah, because y'all let him get away with crimes. You back him no matter what he does.
Yep.
Dude, y'all talking about God, and he's kicking it with pedophiles, and y'all taking up for him. You wanted the Epstein files, you wanted them out, but then you find out that your boy in them. Now you don't want anything to do with it. You don't even want to talk about it anymore. Y'all should be embarrassed to bring up God. You should be embarrassed to bring up religion and this man in the same sentence. You really should, because that is ridiculous. You have to be. You should go home and read the Bible again, Mr. Filipino redneck. And how can you be Filipino and a redneck at the same time? That's the one thing. Like, they don't like you, bro. Let me see what racism y'all got coming for us. About 40% of black men where I work in Chicago voted. 40%? Boy, quit it. Stop it. The 40%, bro. Now you know you. Where you work. Man, I don't even believe that. That's a high number, man. In Illinois, I seriously doubt that. Seriously. All because they hate women. Whatever, bro. Get out of here. Anyway. What? Oh, I have a small brain. You have to say it twice. 3 times. I'm Billy. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and run this Habari News Weekly so we can get straight into the stories this week.
And now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Ellison. Sponsored by...
All right, man. Let's talk about some stories, man. We're going to run into a couple of stories we have. First, we're going to talk about the mass shooting in New York and why this guy was able to get a gun, you know, and why this guy was able to get a concealed weapons gun. He was able to get a license for concealed weapon. The things that he was able to do is why we think that we need to do some amending to the gun laws. I know a lot of people, Second Amendment, they don't want that to change, but you can let Trump change the whole Constitution, taking away birthright citizenship. That's something that's been a staple. And they talking about taking that away. That can be amended. But all the things that we talk about for guns to try to keep people safe, we can't do anything to the second. These people will do it. They will kill. They will murder. You talk about changing the Second Amendment, but everything else in the Constitution, they can give two fucks about. They don't care anything about it. So I don't understand what's going on, what people think, but we are getting desensitized when it comes to these mass shootings, bro. This thing is just coming just normal every day where we don't even care anymore. I wish that we cared, man, but it doesn't seem like America cares about its fellow citizens. Man, the politicians can go on with their life after 4 or 5 people get gunned down in any other country. If this happens, the next day legislation is being passed.
Yep.
They do whatever they have to do to keep their citizens. But in America, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care about keeping our citizens safe. We don't care about our neighbors' kids. We don't care about these people. We don't care about these people. And they talking about just a Christian nation. Dog, Christians care about each other. I mean, we have to do something different, man. Every day we just had a mass shooting in Montana. 4 people killed. The guy is still on the loose. Still on the loose. Went in the bar, killed 4 people. Went on a rampage. They can't even find the guy right now. I mean, what do I expect? I expect our lawmakers, politicians to try to keep citizens safe. But for some reason, we don't care, man. We care more about the freedom of protection than we do about keeping people safe. When the freedom of protection is an illusion in the first place. You think you're safe. You think that you have some type protection over your home and family and your body. But man, it doesn't keep you safe as you think it does. You read the statistics and you see the people that have guns in their homes are usually killed by their own gun. Their kid get their hands on it. They go to school, shoot up everybody. They shoot themselves. Suicide is the number one killer. And this what the racists do. They start bringing up gun violence. Yep. When, like I just said, suicide is the number one way people die from guns. People from the suburbs and rural areas love talking about gun violence, gang violence, something they never see. What happens to people in your area, Mr. Philip McNeely, is they kill their wife and kids. They shoot up their home or hospital or church. No, it's not gang violence. But you shooting up your kid and killing your wife, killing your daughter, killing your whole family. I mean, dude, gun violence is gun violence. There are mass shootings with gang violence also. So you really don't know what the hell you're talking about. I've seen gun violence that was considered mass shooting, because mass shootings is just more than 4 people or 4 people or more being shot. That's a mass shooting. Right. They just being shot. They don't have to be killed. They just shot. And we've seen that plenty times. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about saying that you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. So I just want to talk about this tragedy in New York, man. You would think that, after a week, everybody else has moved on, man. They don't care. They've moved on. Their life, they didn't get shot. So I'm moving on. We have to care more. They're telling us we're Christian. You're telling me you're a Christian. What type Christian is okay with seeing their neighbor getting gunned down?
What type of Christian is okay with children being killed?
Exactly. So a horrific mass shooting happened in Midtown Manhattan on July 28th, 29th, 2025, 345 Park Avenue. The gunman, 27-year-old Shane Chamorro, killed 4 people, including an off-duty New York PD officer and security guard. Before turning the gun on himself, he left a note blaming the NFL for brain injury despite only playing football in high school. And he demanded that his brain be tested for chronic traumatic CTE.
Encephalopathy.
I'm sure like I ain't saying that. So go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. And Tamara had a known history of mental illness and reportedly had previous psychiatric holds. Yet he obtained a Nevada concealed carry permit and carried both a legally purchased revolver and an assembled AR-style rifle into New York.
And you know, the number one thing is that he bought the AR-style rifle from his boss. He bought the rifle from his boss. His boss, you know, off the books, you know, he bought this for him. And you know, I'm against that, man. I don't care how many people say it's okay. If you sell someone something,
there should be a bill of sale.
It should be a bill of sales.
Just like when you
how are we letting guns being bought and sold without a receipt? Oh, I can gift the gun to my son. Yeah, if you gift the gun to your son, you should be giving him a bill of sales. Why is this the only product
now should be required to register that
exactly
gun in their name?
Just like you do a car. You sell a car, you give a car to a kid, you have to still get it registered in the kid's name.
Yep. You got to give over the title.
You shouldn't just be able to hand someone a gun and they just give you some money and the gun is just switched over to them. Like, dude, these are simple, common sense laws that we can put in place that can save people's lives. Now, this dude probably didn't know that he had mental issues in the past. He probably didn't know that, but he's not known to check. He don't have to check to make this sale. Like, we're okay with these people we know have mental issues getting AR-15s. Like, how are we going to be safe? You tell me, how are we going to be able to keep our kids safe if we're going to let someone that's known to have mental issues just go and buy an AR-15 whenever they feel like it?
Right.
If you don't get it from one of these pawn shops, you go get it from your homeboy. And they just sell you a gun. You just go on by your life. So he blamed football, like I said, even though he only played in high school, citing documentary evidence and referencing earlier CTE victims like NFL players. Terry Long, this connection cited in his note, reflects the broader debate over youth sports and the potential for long-term brain injuries.
I mean, you're right. This does raise some major questions. Like, how did someone with a documented health issue access a concealed handgun permit? Under Nevada law, those adjudicated or committed for a mental illness should be barred from possessing firearms. But reporting and background enforcement seem to have been insufficient in this case.
Yeah, man.
The law states that if you have been committed on a psychiatric hold,
right,
you should be barred from possessing and owning a firearm.
You would think so.
Yet he was able to obtain one.
You would think this, like I said, you would think this is common sense, man. You would think this is common sense. But it's not. It's not common sense. Go ahead, switch it, bro.
And it wasn't politically motivated either.
Hey, switch the camera. This isn't the first time sports-related brain injury and mental illness has been at the center of tragedy. The case of former NFL linebacker Junior Seau and others like Philip Adams illustrates how severe CTE may play a role in violent behavior. Adams reportedly suffered from stage 2 CTE and killed 6 people before dying by suicide. His family blamed football-related brain trauma and his inability to access disability support from the NFL, which exacerbated his condition.
Exactly. Just as Tamara is blamed football despite his limited playing, Adams' case showed how deeply brain injury can impact one's mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Sayal's post-mortem brain also tested positive, and also his suicide sparked legal actions and public outcry. These cases do highlight systemic failures in protecting vulnerable individuals.
I know a lot of the conservatives that watch this, they're going to be 100% against it. They feel as though that murder and death should be something that's a freedom in America,
Right.
and you should be free to kill and murder all you want. But dude, we're not protecting each other. We're not protecting our kids, man. We're not protecting. It's like this. This is we're supposed to be protecting and keeping people safe. How are we doing that if we're allowing people that have known mental health issues to get their hands on guns?
Right.
We have to do something. I watch the news from St. Louis to Phoenix, the places I've lived in my life, and I just watch and see. It's like yesterday, a couple of days ago, these guys gunned down a girl at a park
In Phoenix.
in Phoenix. Pregnant girl, 16-year-old. They gunned her
5
down.
months pregnant.
I mean, the things that's going on, man, and we are just going on with our lives. As people are just getting gunned, kids getting shot, just riding in the car. Just riding with their parents, shot in the neck. Like, this is disgusting. You can't wake up in America and feel safe, man. People come here and they say, man, what the hell are y'all doing? We're one of the richest countries in the world. Our president don't care that we got the people from, what's the name of them gun people? I can't even think of their name right now. They run everything.
In
Why can't I
the
think?
NRA?
Yeah, there we go. And I was going to call them NAFTA, but the NRA. NRA just runs the country, man. They make decisions for us. We can't even keep ourselves safe. We can't keep guns out of crazy people's hand.
Mr. and Mrs. Brown said, but where's the help? That's what we all asking.
That's
the
what I'm
question
saying.
We're asking. Where's the help?
I mean, the number one thing we have to do is we have to take away the ability to just sell a gun.
You're right.
And that gun is just switched to someone else's hands, and no one knows who. There's no bill of sales. There's no nothing. There's just switch hands of a gun, and that is something that is, we can't let that happen.
Right.
A lot of people talk about all states and cities have different laws, but dude, that doesn't stop people from bringing guns across state lines and selling them to whoever they want. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand what people don't see. It doesn't matter if gun laws in Chicago are great, if they can just go to Indiana and get the guns, or they can just go to Iowa and get the guns.
Just like this guy, he was in Las Vegas, and this is where he got the guns, and he took the gun and traveled across many state lines and ended up from Las Vegas to New York.
Yeah.
So how many state lines did this man cross in order to take that gun from Vegas all the way to New York?
Right.
Lots of states.
And there's no laws against that.
None.
There's no laws against that, man. None. So as we move on, we got gun laws, mental health, and concealed carrying license. These are things that we should be focusing on. It's alarming how someone with mental health issues could legally obtain firearms. Federal and many state laws prohibit gun possession for those adjudicated mentally ill or involuntarily committed, but reporting gaps persist. Mm-hmm. Nevada law should have flagged Tamura due to his prior psychiatric holds. Yep. However, enforcement failed. How was they going to know when he bought the gun? That's not all of them, but the biggest one that he had, he bought it from a coworker, his manager. So how would law enforcement even know about this fucking sale when it's not even, it's legal to buy it from him and not even tell anyone? So how would they even know to stop this? They wouldn't know at all, because he can just legally buy it from his neighbor, his coworker, and go on with his life. It's not a hold. They don't have to put a hold on it. they don't have to hold it. But if you go legally, they have to hold it for a certain amount of days in some states. But when you buy it from a person, those things don't exist.
Right. Like you were saying earlier, like when you do that, there should be a law in place to say, okay, I can't sell you this without providing you with the bill of sale and without you going to the gun shop or whatever shop, DMV or whatever, to register that gun into your name.
Right.
Because this gun, if you do something with this gun and you have not registered it in my name, I am now held responsible for whatever crime you commit.
Right. I mean,
and that's the way it should be. The person that sold it to you should also be held responsible for the crime that you committed. If you don't,
it's a tough,
register it in your
tough
name.
situation when there's no laws against the sale.
Right.
So you can't really fault them when there isn't any laws on the books to do anything.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. There should be a law that's in place to prevent that specifically.
Okay. I mean, it's tough in this environment today when people don't want to see anything change when it comes to guns.
Exactly, because it's begging the question that are concealed carry laws doing more to harm than good when background systems aren't catching these red flags.
Right.
Instead of robust flag laws or state prohibitions, policy debates are often focusing on where police search for guns rather than ensuring mentally ill individuals are prevented from having access to these guns.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. We're going to bring you on. Just give me 1 second. Can you bring them on? Let's go ahead and switch it to me, bro. Looks like we have a caller who wants to talk about it. But we also need to address the reaction from public figures, man. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. You got them on?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
Good, Habari. Thank you for taking my call.
For sure. Thanks for calling. This is Damon with Habari Entertainment. What you want to talk to us about?
Yeah, Daniel, I am listening to the show, and I'm enjoying the content. But I noticed that y'all keep putting, I don't know who's in charge of putting up comments on the screen, but many of them are pointing out that Democrats are at fault for the shooting, for the recent mass. I don't know if I can say shooting or not, but the recent event.
Right.
And yeah, I don't understand why Democrats are being blamed when Democrats are the ones that want regulation, first of all. And secondly, I don't think there was any political motivation behind the attack.
No.
And yeah, I'm not understanding that.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Because it seems as though this is what they do, is just point the finger. But I'm 100% with you. Democrats, the liberals have fought for years to try to get stronger, more just stringent gun laws on the books, just common sense laws. And the right and conservatives fight against it. They don't believe that any changes is necessary. We've seen it's. I mean, we've watched it, and every time they say thoughts and prayers, and they don't want to do anything to change the direction the country is going to.
True, that's very true.
Our kids can't even go to school, bro. You have kids, right?
Yeah, I do. I have one.
Right. And we're all nervous. I heard a girl the other day. She was talking at work, and she said, "I don't want my kids to have the glow up shoes because they might be in a situation where those shoes get them in trouble, where they get when the shootout is coming."
I've heard several parents say that.
And that's not ridiculous. That's not sad that we have to worry about things when kids should just be having fun. That's sad.
100%.
For
and
sure.
Running drills. Yeah, in case there's an active shooter in the school, they shouldn't be having. Yeah, our kids should not be having to go through that. Danny, I wanted to point out that it's Democrats who want regulation and who want to put some sort of barrier, like you were mentioning about a receipt at the very least, to do the bare minimum to have people go through either training courses to how to safely own a gun.
There you go.
Or more along the lines of mental health as well, to have an adequate evaluation. And Democrats who are fighting for these regulations. And I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you didn't cut me off. I was just agreeing with you, brother. You speaking the truth here, and we 100% agree with you what you're saying, man. People are getting tired of this. No one wants to send their kids to school scared of being shot. We just want to be able to go to the store and the movies and the grocery store, man, and just without the fear of getting shot when we go places. And I think that's what people like you want, man. What was your name again, brother?
Alex. I'm named Alex. I'm calling out of Texas.
All right, man. Thank you, Alex from Texas. I appreciate you calling in and dropping some knowledge with us.
Thank you, Daniel. Have a good rest of your day.
You too, brother. Yeah, man. We appreciate Alex calling in and dropping some knowledge with us. It's a tough situation, man. Some people use their guns and they go to the firing range and they just do that thing. They just live their life. And they're not trying to hurt anybody. And we get that. But if that's all you want to do, then you should be okay with the people we know that have exterior motives, who want to harm people, that they should have to go through something more to make sure. And for us, just for the safety of our kids, it's okay. It's okay to go through more stringent hoops. I would go through that just to make sure that the next guy is okay. Yeah, it looks like a
Welcome to Habari Live. Can we get your name, please?
Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine, what's up?
I'm a caller.
what's going on? How you doing this morning?
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you now. What's going on? Hello? Okay. So I don't know if our phone's messing up, but okay. Yeah. All right, that ended. But we also need to address the reaction from public figures, man, including the disgusting, terrible, horrible person who's about to get destroyed on South Park really soon when they release the next episode. I can't wait,
Thank you for calling Habari Live.
I used to come. Watch it, see, honey. I can't do that. I try to click on the live and I'm on the phone and it's disconnected.
What's up?
Oh, well, I thought I was going to be on the thing.
You are live.
You live. Everybody hears you talking right now.
Crazy. Why don't y'all do that? Why don't y'all tell everybody else?
Well, you asked for the number to call in.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I didn't know how it worked.
So what did you want to talk about to us about this morning?
About the jobs and all that stuff that you guys were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard. Well, not the jobs. Y'all wasn't talking about jobs. Y'all was talking about content. But people who have that mental mentality and all that stuff, like they go through stuff. Like they haven't been convicted yet, but they go through stuff, and it's like we need help out here. Like people need help. People don't know about resources or anything. Like everybody goes through mental stuff that they go through. Like it's either the household that they're growing up with, they have to go through, foster care, whatever system that they have growing up with, that builds all up. And that's why there's so many crimes in life right now. Because why? We are not mentally stable. Because why? Some of us people are grown up, raised by people that are unmentally stable. So, and it's crazy. like if you have the mental resources, you'll be able to obtain a normal life. If you get the guidance, if you have somebody that you trust, because you were looking for trust and safety and all that stuff. And it's hard because all our the world is corrupted, and like the government is just like looking at people like that, and it's like, oh, we're trying to create crimes. Because why? It's building up the prison system.
Yeah.
They're getting paid. We're spending our tax dollars doing all that stuff, but we're not getting help at the end of the day still. And we're just going through stuff. And a lot of people, they go to jail, they come out, they can't get a lot of jobs, and they're struggling to get that.
And there's barely resources for them in jail too.
Yeah, they give them resources, but a lot of times people feel so captive because they have not heard a safe voice. People are like, okay, you're going to be able to do this at the end of the day. You're going to do that. And it's a struggle for them. And they're on drugs, hard drugs, liquor, whatever. They're going to sit there like, they're going to feel that downfall. And that's why there's so many crimes committed nowadays.
I mean, I agree.
That, honestly.
I agree that we need to do something about mental health. We've been ignoring it since the 20s and 30s when we had a lot of mental health hospitals, but a lot of mishaps, a lot of people were treated really badly. So they shut down all the hospitals. They shut down all the mental health help. And now no one gets anything unless the person admits that they need help. And it's just a lot, man, that they have to go through. Even though we've seen these people get diagnosed as schizophrenic, they get diagnosed as having mental issues, they still have to admit that the fact that they want to hurt somebody or harm themselves before they can get help. And that's just ridiculous. With the way the way we're handling mental health is ridiculous. And then we're giving them guns at the same time. I mean, what are we doing?
One snap away from doing whatever they're gonna do.
Exactly. We're giving someone who's already on fire a torch, and then we're saying go on out there and just be normal. We are not doing anything to fix these issues, and it definitely needs to be something that we need to do. Prison isn't helping.
There needs to be a change. There needs to be a change.
Definitely.
Because I've seen it many of times. I'm like, hey, I mean, you can get a gun off the street or whatever. Like, or if you go into there, and it's just crazy. Like, people don't understand people's mental health or whatever they're thinking, because why they can go mentally insane. You can be a normal person one day and just turn into, like, if something happens to you, it can trigger you and it causes trauma and all that stuff, and it's not good for you.
That's true.
And a lot of people just think that it's normal because everybody ignored it. Everybody made it seem to me that it was normal to act like this, but nobody's not seeing that problem, you know?
Yeah, I 100% agree. You know, we have to stop ignoring the mental health of our country, of our people, our citizens. We're just throwing it to the side and going on with our lives, and it's definitely not the right way to go. But we appreciate you calling in and talking to it about it. We really thank you and appreciate your support for all times, and you know you cool anyway. So we appreciate you though, Jasmine.
I'm just happy y'all got a line. I appreciate that. Hey, I got a line. Y'all doing good to y'all stuff. Hopefully you ain't interrupting the business and all that stuff, but I'm just thankful.
No, we appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Thank y'all for answering. It was a little difficult, but you know, it's not difficult. I'm just playing.
For sure. All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right. We appreciate Jasmine for calling in, but like I was saying, man, we have public figures like Charlie Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA. Not long after news broke, Kirk posted on his X account, "Was just in New York City all weekend with our family. I never felt safe. So many people in the city who don't belong. Praying for all involved." He had to turn this into a racist situation, blaming immigrants, even though the New York City is a city filled with immigrants. It's always been that. People all across the world are from here. And he's trying to say that that's the problem, even though this guy is an American who ended up doing this shooting.
Right.
So I'm not sure the correlation that Mr. Kirk is talking about, but he's a racist, and this is what racists do. They blame people who have nothing to do with it for everything.
Yep.
And when a white person commit a crime, does Charlie Kirk blame the whole entire white race? No, he does not. But let it be a minority. Let it be an immigrant. They're all in fault for anything that one of us do. And it's insane. Go ahead.
I mean, the statement drew immediate backlash. I mean, critics are pointing out that Officer Didrul Islam, the immigrant NYPD officer that was killed in the shooting, embodied service and sacrifice. Definitely. So to suggest that people like him don't belong, that's both xenophobic and deeply, deeply insensitive.
When it comes to immigrants, minorities, Black people, anybody else from cultures that have suffered throughout history as the colonizers have stolen all of their resources and all of their history, they sit around and point at them and laugh. They sit around and blame them for everything. Anything that happened, it's on the entire race of Black people. Now, when a white guy goes in, he's a lone wolf. He's a lone wolf. I don't think anybody else is with. He's a lone wolf. Yep. How many people who have been white supremacists have went in and killed people, shot people up because they're gay? Does that blame the whole entire white race? No, that doesn't. But when it's us, all immigrants are bad. Every single one of them. It's ridiculous.
Not wanting illegal immigration.
No, but the problem is, bro. The problem, Mr. Michael Carrera, is that when you blame immigrants for all crime that's happened in America, like when anytime one of them are a criminal, all of them are criminals. That's disgusting racist bull. Now, you're saying you don't want illegal immigration, but the problem is that the way you guys look at immigration, you're calling it all illegal.
Right.
Now, someone comes here and stays over their visa. That's they've done what they didn't do what they supposed to do. They can get kicked out of the country.
Agreed.
Hey, but if you are going to your court dates,
if you're doing everything,
that you're supposed to do, showing up when your dates are fucking due, then you're doing the right thing. Why should you get kicked out of the country? We're seeing that every day.
Right.
People at their court dates being attacked.
Exactly. Like Mr. Bobby McPherson saying, Todd, you know that ICE is kidnapping regular working good people for having brown skin.
Exactly.
Do you think that's fake news?
Yes, they don't care.
No, they don't care.
They don't care. They don't care. As long as it's not them, as long as it's brown people that feel good.
Brown people with an accent.
No, Mr. Todd Ramirez, you're 100% incorrect. He blamed immigrants 100%. He said people that should not be in this country and don't belong. Mr. Kirk he's a known racist, and he openly blames immigrants for everything, just like Trump, the guy you put in charge, the person that y'all call daddy. This is what he says. He hates immigrants. They're criminals. They're bad. They're this, they're that. When this guy was a police officer that everyone respected, he did everything he could to help the community.
When white people commit crimes, white people are the first to call them out. No, you're not.
Oh my goodness.
The first thing y'all say is lone wolf. He had a mental illness.
But the point that you're missing, Mr. Carrera, is that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is when a white person commits a crime, it is not a blemish on the entire white race. But when a Black person or an immigrant commit a crime, it's all of them. All of us takes the blemish. It's on us. And that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that they don't say that this guy's a criminal and everybody goes against him. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is too many people blame everyone. And that to me is bull. That's not what we're here to do. We're trying to figure out ways to keep these things from happening.
Exactly.
So many took issue with how Kirk used the tragedy to bolster a divisive narrative that scapegoats marginalized communities rather than focus on the victims. Social media users also noted that Kirk's, he from Phoenix? Oh, I did not know this Trump was from Phoenix, dog.
I'm sorry.
Man,
but your reaction just there was just everything.
Oh my God, that's depressing. I can't believe this dude is from here.
Yeah.
But Phoenix, which is the fifth largest city, has a higher homicide rate than New York. And we already know why it does, because our fucking gun laws are so laxed. You can get a gun. Just only thing you need to be is a baby with a big wheel.
Which
you can get a gun.
Undermines Kirk's safety framing.
Man, dude, if
talking about New York wasn't safe.
Man, get out of here, man.
You ain't safe in Arizona. You ain't
right. Arizona is one of the people shoot you for cutting them off on the road. They will shoot you up. People got so many guns out here, man. It's crazy, man. The amount of guns that's in this city. People shoot each other for the dumbest stuff out here. They do.
And the timing and the tone were especially jarring, coming across as exploitative and opportunistic rather than empathetic and reflective.
Mm-hmm.
Being that he is from Arizona, he's from Phoenix. Phoenix is his hometown, and we do have a lot of gun violence here. Like almost every other day, you're seeing something on the news happening here. And he goes and says that it's not safe in New York.
Get the hell, it's safer there than it is here.
Right. That part.
I mean, I don't know what we're doing, man.
Right. But
go ahead.
These stories coverage on one urgent truth.
Mm-hmm.
Broken systems in mental health care, youth brain injury awareness, and gun law enforcement can and do lead to preventable violence.
A guy came on earlier and said a good guy with the gun is the person that has to come and save you. Those people that work in law enforcement who come to help people when they're in need, they have to go through training. They have to go through. I wish it was more extensive, like it is in Norway and other places. But we're going to talk about that. That's not what we're talking about. They go through training to have those guns with them. They go through a process of getting the license. We are letting regular citizens just go and get guns, and we're not doing anything to try to make these people be trained, to try to see if their cognizant behaviors is okay for them to get a gun. We're not doing anything. The good guy with the gun is going through school. He is learning regulations on how to keep himself safe. We are letting regular, everyday, regular citizen go and buy a gun, put it on his side, and go on with his business without any regulations, any training, just letting them go. And if you don't think that's dumb, I don't know what the hell to tell you. You can't buy anything else that's that dangerous without learning, training, registering something.
Mr. Al Green says Chicago has tight gun laws. So what's up with that? It doesn't matter if Chicago has tight gun laws if Missouri, the next state over, or Ohio,
Indiana, Iowa,
right? Or if any of the bordering states around,
you can just go get it for 18.
Lax gun laws.
You can go get a gun there from 18, and it's not illegal to bring a gun from across the state lines.
Right.
So I mean, dude, if I buy a gun in Iowa, I don't have to tell them anything. I can
just wait my time frame for me to come pick it back up and go pick it back up and take that bitch home.
Man, there is no time frame when you buying it from if
a
it's
pawn
a friend.
Shop
no,
a
pawn shop. A pawn shop definitely would have holds. I think in Illinois, and I don't know about Iowa, but I know Illinois, it's a hold.
It's like 10 days.
Right, exactly. They have to go through background checks and all that stuff. But if you buy it from a private citizen,
a private seller,
he doesn't have to do that. Oh, he's my cousin or he's my uncle. He can just give you the gun, take the money, and you go on by your business. Yep. There is no laws against that. An armed society is so why aren't we polite, bro? Why do we lead the world in fucking country in murders? Yes, Chicago is in Illinois. What are you talking about? What? I don't understand what you're talking about, bro. I did not say Chicago wasn't in Illinois. What are you talking about? Illinois has stricter laws, but Missouri
doesn't.
Indiana
doesn't.
Iowa
doesn't.
Have really lax laws. You can go there and buy a gun with an ID. So you talking about Chicago can't really do anything about itself. But telling you the truth, Chicago is not number one when it comes to gun deaths and gun crime. You people are so slow. The city's so big, it makes the percentages really, really low. We need better coordination between mental health reporting, licensing systems, and regulatory oversight. And without robust flag laws or purchase permits in place, tragedies like this are more likely to happen. We know that. We've seen it. We've seen the uptick of mass shootings. Now, crime overall in the last 20 years has gone down when you look at the whole picture of crime since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
The gang deaths aren't happening. The gang shootouts aren't happening as much in cities across the country as it did in the 90s. I remember how terrible it was then. Cities aren't averaging 500, 600 murders like they used to in the 90s. But the mission is to make society safer. The mission is to make it safer for your kids. And if that point has been surpassed where you don't feel safe and you want to put a bulletproof vest on your kid's book bag, you want to put bulletproof vests on your kids to send them to school, then we're doing something incorrect, man. It's illegal it's not illegal to defend yourself anywhere. But whatever, bro. People say anything, man. You're just supposed to just take an ass whooping and and the law just go, why would you hit back after a guy was trying to kill you? That's what the law gonna say. Get out of here, man. Y'all be saying anything.
Don't they?
Man. All right, man. Right now we're gonna go into talking about Trump's attack on education. And it's been a big deal. Have we watched the DOJ lose a lot of funding? I believe a judge did kick back some of the stuff that they were trying to do by ending the Head Start programs that were going on throughout the country, and Trump was trying to remove the funding from all the Head Start programs. Now it's an attack, man. It's an attack on education in America, public education. They want everything to be private, charter schools, private schools. They want poor people to have to pay for their schools. And there's a lot of things I hate about the education system in America. And I'm one that's going to be very vocal about the things that I dislike about what we do in this system. But we're going to go through in this next segment and talk about some of these things. School vouchers, the war on public education, the funding that's being taken away, and how this is going to hurt America in the long run. These schools, man, like we were just talking about in the last segment with the shootings. These schools they have shootings, they have all type things that's going on all the time. Today on Habari Live, we will pull back the curtain on billion-dollar disasters, school vouchers, which has been sold as choice from the Republicans, school choice. But what will it cost us? Arizona here, it's ground zero for public education collapse. We suck.
Yep.
We're the worst state. And anybody who wants to copy this when we are the worst are like you. What are you talking about? Why would you want to copy the worst state in the country and look at their model and say, "Oh, yeah, that's the way." We're the worst,
right?
But somehow we're ground zero for public education collapsing. What started as an experiment is now a national model for everyone to fail.
Right.
It's supercharged by Donald Trump and his goal of gutting the Department of Education.
And school funding is quickly disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
Classrooms are closing and millions are being rerouted to private and charter schools with very little oversight. All while the students who need the most help are being left behind. And we're talking real people, real harm, and real consequences here.
So, Arizona has been the lab rat for the voucher program that Republicans want to put in place across the country. Donald Trump has made moves to try to make this the norm. They want to be able to take money away from the public schools and give them to the private and charter schools, who already get dollars from people paying to go to the schools in the most situations.
From tuition.
So it's crazy that they're trying to take the tax dollars also. I always say that the way the tax system is set up for education is garbage in the first place. Why would they make it the worth, the home value of people who live in the ghetto?
Right.
How do you, I mean, how are you going to do that? How are you going to say, oh, well, their school is going to be trash because their neighborhood is trash? That's the dumbest. It's just so dumb. So if you want to get a good school, you got to move to a good area. Everybody else who lives in bad areas, they get horrible outcomes because, can't move tax dollars from the rich areas to the poor areas to try to help the damn kids. You're hollering about crime. You're hollering about criminals. What's the only thing that keep kids and people out of crime? Education and opportunity.
Yep.
You don't want to educate people when then you're looking around. Why so many criminals running around? When these people have no education, no skills, what do you think they're going to fucking do? I'm trying not to cuss today. What do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? They're going to commit crime. They're going to be in and out of prison. It's so dumb that you want to leave people behind and think that they're going to do good things.
Yep.
Like, what do you think that these people who've been left behind and can't get good education, what do you think they're going to end up doing? The dumbest things that they can find. The dumbest actions that they can run into. They can run into the dumbest stuff. They're going to do it because why? They don't have any other opportunity. They haven't been educated to know how dumb this is, what they're doing in the first place.
And then we got racist people like BD who says that y'all tear up what's given and built for y'all.
No, that's not the way it works, bro. We know about how racism in the early 1980s and 1920s and 1930s, how they went around burning up all black cities, tearing up all things that had anything to do with us prospering. We know about crack being put into the neighborhoods in the 80s. We know about those things. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you. If you know, you know. We this is what we're trying to do. Educate people, man. Yep. Y'all always talking about criminals and the left and crime. But we all want the same things for our kids. When you wake up and send your kids to school, you want them to get educated so they can have a good chance in life. That's what you do. That's what we're all doing. It's crazy that some people just wake up and don't care about the other side of town when the other side of town wants the same things that you want. They don't want their kids in and out of jail. They want people who are going to get a chance and an opportunity to work at the plant in the town, to get educated, to be able to go to college and afford it. The fact that college used to be free and they've taken these things away. The Democrats were talking about making community college free. Republicans are 100% against it. They don't want people educated. They want people to miss out.
Yep.
They want people to lose. They want to feel better than the next man. How can I feel better than them by not letting them get in the opportunities that I have? Like, dog, man, you're mad about DEI. You don't want black people to get educated. You're mad about immigration. It's like you don't want any competition, even though you're saying that DEI takes away the competition. But it seems to me you don't want competition. You want a free ride. And it's hard for everybody, man. Everybody has to go out here and fight to try to get something. Yep. Arizona launched its first universal voucher program in the U.S., giving every student access to taxpayer-funded private school dollars. Sounds fair, right? But here's the kicker. Only a tiny percentage of families are using them, while public schools which still serves 92% of students, are being drained of its dollars.
And the cost? $738 million this year. And projected to hit $864 million next year. That's not just money. That's teachers' salaries, after school programs, your textbooks, all gone. Your extracurricular activities, gone. And while Arizona now faces a $1.4 billion deficit over the next 2 years, That's ridiculous.
Man, dude. I mean, what do they think is going to happen to these kids in Arizona? What do you think is going to happen to these left behind kids in Arizona that's not getting a chance to get a good education?
Because 8% of the student population in the state is using all the taxpayer funded money.
Man, they're going to get the better
vouchers.
They're going to get the better opportunities. They're going to the school where the most money is at. They already got private school dollars, private money dollars, and they're getting tax dollars.
They're getting the tax dollars.
Like what? And the schools are just being closed down one after one. So that means another neighborhood doesn't have a neighborhood school.
These kids got to be rerouted 3 blocks away from where they live.
They're cutting housing, scholarships, and transportation to fill the vouchers holes. Let that sink in, man. Public goods are getting slashed so private school parents can cash in. They already have money if they're sending their kids to private school. They don't need the help. They obviously already have it. So we're going to give them more money and then laugh at the poor people? Like, dude.
It's ridiculous.
Dog, it's really, really sad that we have to sit here and watch. Now, they always talking about how communities and we have the worst outcomes when it comes in Republican states and education. They are the bottom. Every state across the South that's Republican has the worst outcomes when it comes to education.
Yep.
And they also have the highest crime.
Exactly.
So they always pointing at the Democrats, but their states are the worst.
And who benefits from all of this? That's the big question. Who's benefiting the most? This isn't about helping low-income families because 70% of voucher recipients in Arizona were already in private schools. 70% were already in private schools. 70% of parents were already have enough money to pay for their kids' tuition and are now getting extra funds. These students have never attended public schools to begin with. So now public schools are losing their funding so that these kids that they've never served can get even more money.
Get more money. It's ridiculous, man. It's like signing someone off. Go ahead, switch it, brother. Signing someone off the street to your health insurance plan and charging the hospital for it. It doesn't make any sense what we're doing. I
agree with Chug right here on the screen. Anybody against public education must not have kids.
Yeah, man. Destroying public education guarantees the rich all the good education while good jobs, while the poor are left to serve. That's what they want.
The poor and uneducated to serve them while they get the good jobs.
This is what they want. They want the good old days back when we had to work jobs of serving them lunch and dinner, sitting around. Yes, sir. That's what they want, man. That's the future they want. They want the people dumb as hell so they can take advantage of them. It's a sick way of thinking, man.
You're right, Terry. They take care of the rich and say the poor can just kiss it. You're right. That's exactly what they're doing.
We pay just as many tax dollars. Our tax, not all the work we put in don't mean anything. Let's see, Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Until you went through a struggle, it doesn't matter about racism. It's about what's going on today. We have rights, and you will understand the voice. For real. For real, man. All of us, man. I don't care about what color you are.
Chug said the debt only goes up when you have more uneducated population.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah, man. I mean, they want somebody to replace the immigrants, so they like, let's dumb down society.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these people who are coming from third world countries coming to here, they are like, man, this is a good opportunity to me because where they are from, they have even less. But we want to make it so bad here that's all we want to do is.
She said, Ms. Delana Wallace said, homeschool your kids, but you're failing to realize that if you do homeschool your kids, you are also using taxpayer funded dollars, essentially the voucher program, in order to educate your child.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking away public dollars to educate your child at home.
Yep.
That's all you're doing.
That money that you were once putting into the public school, and once you take them from the public school and homeschool them, those dollars are negated from their budget.
Yep.
So you can homeschool them. That's fine if you can afford to stay home all day.
Right.
Because not everyone can do that. Most people have to work.
Not everybody has the ability to stay home and work from home,
right.
or educate their child from home and still be able to work a 9-to-5 job and take care of everything at the same time. Everybody doesn't have that. But, let's go ahead and talk about the outcomes. Research from Louisiana and Indiana are showing that voucher students often do worse academically. And in some studies, math scores have dropped up to 0.4% below the standard deviations. That's just a disaster. A disaster.
Yeah, man. So charter schools and private schools, they are profiting big, man. They're making big money. They're loving it. Education shouldn't be for profit to me. Healthcare should not be for profit.
It shouldn't.
Profit.
It shouldn't.
These are the things that there should be a right to be an American citizen. We're such a disgusting place that we make people pay for all these things. Now, you can't afford healthcare, you just die. Can't afford education, you're just dumb. This is disgusting. Then we're all crying. Why are these people with all these H-1B visas coming in? Dude, it's so cheap for them to go to school and get a master's.
Yep.
And they come over here and take our jobs, and it's hard as hell for us to get a master's degree because you got to spend $250,000 to get it.
Yep.
You're $250,000 in the hole.
You're right, Miss Delana Wallace. That's exactly why they canceled PBS, because they don't want people who need to be taught English. They don't want people to need to learn how to read using these programs.
It's a disgusting people, man.
They're so against free education that it's ridiculous.
Man, I agree with you, Frenchie. Immigrants aren't the problem. Billionaires and greed is the problem.
Are, yep.
It's the problem. These people are profiting big, man. Districts like Tucson, Unified, lost $20 million when students left for vouchers. You know what that means? Teacher layoffs, larger class sizes, fewer support services, fewer schools.
Yep. And these private schools, you know what they're doing? They're not even required to follow the same standards, and they're not even required to have certified teachers. So somebody that was working at McDonald's yesterday can come in and be a teacher at this private school. That's basically what's happening. You do not have to be a certified teacher. You have to have no schooling to be a teacher with these private schools. They don't have to have any kind of special education teaching. No Title IX protections. And if your child is LGBTQ or undocumented, or your child is disabled, they can just say, nah, we don't want your kids in our school. And they still taking your taxpayer money. Because they turn you down. No, we don't want your kids, but we're going to take your taxpayer money. We're going to take your money. Let me get that.
Billionaires can rip hundreds of millions from the system, but the poor kids who need education are the problem. Grow the hell up, Mecca. I 100% agree.
Yep.
I like Chud. I like what he's talking about. I mean, this people. We have to have this a system that brings in this much money, man. This much money. No one should be left behind.
No one. We
are the richest country in the world. All these people talking about $150 million to illegals. This dude, Donald Trump, spending $200 million for a ballroom. A ballroom. And what y'all doing? Clapping. Yay. He's spending $200 million on a ballroom. I don't give a fuck if he's trying to say it's private dollars. I don't even care. The fact that he can spend that on this, but try to tell you that 150 going to schools is a problem,
right,
is ridiculous. Tax breaks to the rich. Give them trillions of dollars of breaks. But oh no, we can't give somebody a couple $100 million in SNAP benefits. That hurts. Oh, it that costs too much.
Helping somebody put food on their table hurts.
That's too much because you people are not Christians. You're not Christians. The Christians that you try to tell us, then God and all this fake stuff y'all be talking about, you're devil worshipers, man.
Yep.
Y'all are evil. You don't care about anybody. We're calling it what it is, man. Legalized abandonment.
Yep.
If you don't fit their mold, they'll push you out, while public schools pick up the pieces with fewer and fewer resources.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, moving on. We're going to go into our housing and local taxes and how they have a hidden impact.
Mm-hmm.
And how there's a part of people that this is the part that people really don't want to talk about. Your home value is tied directly to your school district.
Yeah, man. It's
the
dumb.
value of your home is tied directly into the school district. If the vouchers drain for the local school, property values can also drop.
That's real. In Phoenix and Mesa, we've seen middle income families start to flee, not because of crime or taxes, but because their once great schools are falling apart, man. That hits your bottom line, your neighborhood stability, even your resale value is counted against you and your school and how much money the school is going to get.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about Trump's evil fight against public education. Mm-hmm. Let's not ignore where this is all headed, man. In his second term, Donald Trump tapped Linda McMahon, who is an idiot, to lead the Department of Education. And her number one job, tear it all down. Tear it all down. Dismantle it all. They don't want an education system.
Yep. They don't. And they're calling it school freedom. But what they really mean was no federal protections, no oversight, no equity, and no accountability.
None. Zero. And now with the GOP's disgusting, big, beautiful garbage bill, federal tax dollars could fund private school donations with up to $1,700 in tax credits. That's potentially $20 billion redirected from public education nationwide to private schools.
Yep. And who's suffering? Who is suffering the most? Low-income families. Black and brown students.
Switch it, bro.
Kids with special needs. They're the ones that are left in crumbling schools with no art programs, no counselors. They have outdated textbooks. Because why? Their peers left with the taxpayer money to go to a private school.
The other day, Trump came out. He's talking about the presidential fitness test. Talking about, I don't know if he's talking about putting PE back in a lot of these schools have took away PE because they don't have the money to keep the program in.
Yep.
He's taking more money in there, but then he's demanding them to do more with less.
Yep.
Like what is going on?
That's like your boss telling you need to do the job of 5 employees, but you're only going to get paid what you're making now.
Right. It's a disgusting situation, man. It's
ridiculous.
The education has already been pushed to the limit by the state. Now we have the government putting the pressure on them. Mm-hmm. We already have a crazy system, man, that doesn't work because the way the money should be shared across the education system, all dollars that go into education should be evenly split between all schools instead of the schools that have the richest areas get the better outcomes. Yep. Now, this isn't a choice. Thank you, Kata Combs. We appreciate you. This isn't a choice. It's abandonment. And it's happening under the banner of freedom while dismantling the very system built to level the playing field. Yep. This is the only way you make it even in America, is by making sure that everybody has the access to education. We don't have that now. The Department of Education isn't just a bureaucracy, it's a civil rights watchdog, a funding lifeline, a promise to every kid that they matter. If we let Trump and the Republicans gut it, we are turning our backs on our kids and that promise.
Yep, you're right. And Arizona just shows us the future if we stay silent. Our schools are being gutted. Budgets are being slashed. And the poor are paying the price for someone else's freedom.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And we have to stay on top of this, man. We have to make sure that these people know. We have to call our representatives. We have to show up to the town halls. We have to yell and scream as loud as we can because this is disgusting. The Department of Education does not need to be shut. I hope your kids don't go to public school, bro. Kata Combs. Because it just don't. I hope you have the money to pay for private school. No, Democrats did not start No Child Left Behind. That was George Bush, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, that system was horrible. It was even worse than what we're doing now. It's a horrible system, man. So stay informed. Vote like your schools depend on it, because they do. And to quote the great Fannie Lou Hamer, go ahead.
I mean, you're right. Nobody's free until everybody's free.
Mm-hmm.
So let's fight for a system that uplifts every child, not just the ones with access.
Not just the rich people. Not just the rich people. The goal was to destroy public education, though, so that we could call it a failure. The same people who say it's a waste are the same ones who voted to destroy it and now complain about its bad system.
You're right.
You're right, man. Speaking nothing but knowledge this morning. You know, we look at the details from Arizona, man. Arizona, man. It's the funding vouchers are out of the control.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost $20 million in the 2025 fiscal year. Public school students still enrolled at 92%. Voucher affects only the poor students.
Yep.
Math in Louisiana federal voucher bill cost them $5 to $10 billion a year, up to $20 billion over the next 4 years. Workforce cuts, approved mass layoffs allowed in July 2025. These things hurt, man.
Yeah, they do.
So we're gonna keep talking about it. Like I said, man, we're gonna keep keeping you guys informed. We can't let this happen, man. The schools and the places with the best outcomes are the Democratic states. These Republican states we live in, like Arizona, we got to fight. We got to make sure that these people know that Tom Horns, the people who are doing making these disgusting decisions. So, all right, man, we're going to get into some video real fast. We're going to run some clips, talk about some of the things that's happened this week. We got Epstein, Gaza, GOP misinformation, and more coming up. Let's go ahead and run it, man, before we can get up out of here. Let's see what's the first one. Where the hypocrisy hits harder and the hotlines get hotter. Tonight, go ahead.
Today, we're going to dive into a web of chaos of cover-ups and cartoonish corruption. From billionaires blaming everyone but themselves to Trump rewriting Epstein history like he's auditioning for a Law and Order SVU episode.
Mm-mm. So first, we're going to watch this clip where a senator thinks Obama was president in 2008, so he can blame him. We begin with United States Senator Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma, who apparently slept through history class, or he's just an idiot. I don't know. A GOP lawmaker who called out for falsely claiming that Barack Obama was president when Epstein got his sweetheart deal in 2008. These people are silly, man. Go ahead and run that. Go ahead and run that clip. Mark Wayne. Right there, Senator Mark Wayne.
Transparency. We want transparency. We want the judges to have transparency in this too. But remember, there was a plea deal that was struck in 2009, way before I was in office, way before Trump was even considering to be in office, way before Pam Bondi was in office, way before Kash Patel was director. 2009, there was a sweetheart plea deal that was made underneath the Obama administration with Epstein.
Right. That's not
and
right.
that sweetheart has not been exposed.
No, it was 2000.
It's not? Well, when was the case heard?
It was 2008.
It was the U.S. attorney at the time was a guy named Alex Acosta. He was a Bush appointee. He went on to become President Trump's Secretary of Labor. It all took place in 2008.
Who was in office at the time?
2008, George W. Bush.
Who was in office at the time?
George W. Bush.
No, 2009 is when the case came out, and it was and Obama was in office at the time.
It's not true.
Not true. You know, these people, you know, they come on and just say, no, this isn't facts. The dude just fact checked them right there. You're 100% wrong. He tried to say that he stated that the sweetheart plea deal involving Jeffrey Epstein occurred under President Barack Obama, saying it was made underneath the Obama administration in 2009. Just wrong. In fact, Alex Acosta, appointed by George Bush, negotiated the non-prosecution agreement in 2007. Epstein officially pleaded guilty in June 2008. While Bush was still in office, they trying to blame Obama for everything. Bush was in office. The agreement was sealed in 2009 under Obama, but that does not mean the deal was made under his administration. As Mullen suggested, Oklahoma watch, you know, this guy's from Oklahoma, you think he know better. George W. Bush was the president, but don't worry, facts are optional in the post-truth GOP, the MAGA GOP. Truth means nothing to these people anymore. Now we're going to run this clip of Trump finally admitting that starvation is happening in Gaza. In a rare moment of truth, or maybe a slip, President Trump appeared to admit that, yes, starvation is happening in Gaza, calling photos of malnourished kids real starvation. You can't fake that. Go ahead and run that clip.
We'll be helping with the food. You know, we have a lot of access to food. We got a lot of food ourselves, and we're going to bring it over there. We're also going to make sure that they don't have barriers stopping people. You know, you've seen the areas where they actually have food, and the people are screaming for the food, and they're 35, 40 yards away, and they won't let them because they have lines that are set up. And whether they're set up by Hamas or whoever, but they're very strict lines, so we have to get rid of those lines. But we're going to be getting some good, strong food. We can save a lot of people. I mean, some of those kids that's real starvation stuff. I see it. And you can't fake that. So we're going to be even more involved.
Yeah, man. No, you can't fake that. And it's just been disgusting to watch these kids suffer. You know, I see a lot of people on here, they shouldn't have attacked Israel. Hamas attacked Israel, not the little kids. And if you're okay with little kids paying the price for what adults do just because they are different and it's not you, you're a disgusting person. You're disgusting, man. You're disgusting, Michael Warren. It doesn't have to do anything with you. The fact that you can even write that sentence shows what you think about other people that are different from you. You're sitting there watching these people just straight up starve. It's sad, man. It's sad that Israel is sitting there blocking food from coming to this place. While he's talking, man, food centers, Gaza needs 600 trucks of aid per day. Today, they just got 100. That's 1/6 of the single day's food. Airdrops aren't saving lives. They're saving face because they see they look horrible on the world stage. Netanyahu, the IDF, everybody that has anything to do with this, America, your hands are dirty. And this is just disgusting, man. I just can't believe it. And while Biden was in, that's why they were doing so much to try to help the Palestinians, because they were trying to keep this from happening. When Trump came in, he washed his hands, let Israel do whatever they want to. And this is what they do. This is disgusting, man. It's horrible. I don't care who started it, Mr. Todd Ramirez. There are rules to engagement. The Geneva laws. There's laws. You can't fucking starve kids. And I'm trying not to cuss, man. I'm really trying to stop. But y'all pissing me off. You can sit here and say stuff and be nonchalant about watching kids die and starve.
As long as it's not their kids.
Man, dude, it's so if we in a war, it's okay for your kids to starve because how many wars have America started? Like, dude, stop it. So, and from international tragedy to domestic absurdity, Trump is caught cheating at a golf again while in Scotland, trying to promote his new golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Something that a president should not be doing.
Exactly.
The dude is making money off being the president, opening new places, selling his spot. Like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
I do not get it. Why so many who are Republican who act like small government is all it's about. This dude coming out here making money off being in the presidency. Trump is caught cheating at a golf again. This time his caddy is in on the hustle as he drops the ball to Trump. Go ahead. Now he gonna come out there like, dude, if you cheat at a game that doesn't even really matter, like, what type person are you?
Right. And cheating is Trump's only consistent sport. But that's not the only lie that's unraveling. I'm going to play clips that have surfaced showing Trump admitting that Epstein recruited Virginia Giuffre from Mar-a-Lago, and yet he claims that he'd never had the privilege of going to the island.
Yeah, right. Go ahead and play that clip, man. Down, there you go. Up one. There you go.
Mr. President, Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. Just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
Were some of them young women?
Well,
I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were young.
Yeah.
What did they do?
In the spa.
Jobs in the spa.
Yeah, it's people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told him, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people.
I don't want him taking people. Like, they're your people.
He was fine, and then not too long after that, he did it again, and I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, that include Virginia Giuffre?
I don't know. I think
He
she
knows.
worked at the spa.
I think she worked at the spa.
I think so. I think that was one of the people.
You know.
He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know. None whatsoever.
Oh, that's man. After another clip of him discussing the just disgusting, man. I mean, he just admitted it that young girls was there.
Just admitted it.
Just admitted it. So let's go into the one with the family of Virginia talks about this, and a reporter came with the question. Go ahead and run that one.
But also, the family of Virginia Giuffre released a statement overnight in response to some of the comments that you made this week. You said that Jeffrey Epstein stole people from Mar-a-Lago. At the time, did you know why he was taking those young women, including Virginia?
No, I didn't know. I mean, I would figure it was ABC fake news that would ask that question, one of the worst. But no, I don't know really why. But I said if he's taking anybody from Mar-a-Lago, he's hiring or whatever he's doing. I didn't like it, and we threw him out. We said we don't want him, at the place. This is a story that's been known for many years, as you know. But it's I didn't like it that he was doing that. Yeah, please.
Yeah, he didn't like it that he was stealing his young girls from him. He didn't like that. He didn't like it
at all.
He was getting mad that Epstein was stealing his girls that he wanted to keep for Mar-a-Lago. Like, dude just admitted. He just admitted he was trying to keep young girls at his spa. And y'all gonna gloss over it. Exactly. He has young girls working at his spa, and then Epstein comes and takes them, and then what the girl...
And then they fall out. They have a falling out.
Yeah, because he keep taking all his girls.
You keep taking all my girls. Why do you keep taking all my girls?
Hey,
I need those girls.
Dog. So, I mean, let's go ahead and play the clip of Trump saying he's never been to Epstein Island, lying like again.
I never had the privilege of going to his island, and I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island.
I did turn it down.
In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island.
In one of my very good moments, I did turn it down. I didn't want to
Well,
go to his island.
Mr. Trump, you're already on the flight logs. The proof is already in the pudding, chump. You can lie all you want to. We know what's going on.
I believe you did go to the
Man,
island.
that dude been to the island. Man, he been to the island a million times. You seen how cool they were?
Right.
Come on, man. We see the videos, all the pictures y'all done taken together. It's weird because he sure had time to accuse Bill Clinton of going 28 times. He knew how many times he
exactly how many times Bill Clinton
Suddenly, we've got a feud, a spa, and the missing records, and now we find out Trump's DOJ met twice with Maxwell before she was moved quietly to a Texas prison. Sounds like a deal was struck.
Definitely sounds like
it sounds like she was moved to a lower level prison. After she met with Trump's DOJ, she was moved to a better prison. She was complaining about the prison that she was in. They moved her overnight. Nothing that had to do with the prison she was in. They didn't know. The DOJ did it. They moved her in a van. Look how disgusting that is.
Mm-hmm. She didn't even have federal marshals move her, even though she was being transported from a federal facility.
They did it. The DOJ moved her. And we're going to act like this is something that isn't going on, as they have made a deal with this girl to try to get her away from the Democrats who are trying to get her to answer some questions. So they moved her to Texas. She's made a deal with them in the last couple of days after they've talked a couple times. How does she get removed to a prison with white collar crimes and she's an actual criminal that's hurt actual people?
Right.
Now she's at a prison with white collar criminals. She gets to walk around,
do what she wants.
A lower level prison after raping all these girls. All you people trying to protect these pedophiles, man. I don't get it, man.
I don't get it either.
Y'all weird as hell. Y'all been hollering y'all wanted the files.
But you know what?
And here they come, and now y'all
they protecting them because they probably got uncle or somebody in their family that's been doing it too. So they trying to protect anybody that they can because they don't want them to go to jail.
I don't know what these people know. So we're gonna talk about a few other things here. Back on the political battlefield, California Governor Gavin Newsom is calling to fight fire with fire, telling Democrats to stop playing nice with autocrats. Yes. And let's go ahead and run that clip, man, of Gavin Newsom. Down one.
Gavin Newsom.
It says Gavin Newsom on it.
Right there.
Exhausting. I'm sick of it, and I don't want to be on the receiving end of that anymore. I'm sick and tired of being on our heels. Got to be on our toes. It's not about fighting back. It's about leaning forward, and it's about setting the tone and tenor. I'm sick of this party needs to wake up. These guys aren't screwing around, and I say this not in literal sense, but they're assassins when it comes to the way they weaponize grievance and the way they play politics.
Yeah.
Enough. I mean, what more goddamn evidence do we need? Excuse my language. I mean, they've rolled back the last half century. In real time, that's just 6 months.
Right.
Can you imagine this guy having an additional 42 months with no system of checks and balances, no oversight? I mean, seriously, the hell else more evidence do you need? This is an existential moment. And so Democrats, if we want to have a party, if we want to be functioning, not just as a party, but as a democracy, if we want a system of checks and balances, we believe in the rule of law, if you believe in popular sovereignty, this is not about popular sovereignty. This guy wants to wire. He tried to break this democracy, tried to light it on fire on January 6th. He just made a call to the governor of Texas saying, in this case, not find me the votes, but find me new seats to rig the game.
That's real.
If we want to still be in this game, we need to disabuse ourselves, disenthrall ourselves of the status quo in the past. We have got to enter a new mindset, and we've got to get back on this playing field, and we've got to do it with the kind of vigor that our kids and grandkids deserve, that liberty and freedom deserves this moment. The founding fathers deserve the principles that define the best of Roman Republic and Greek democracy. That's on the line unless we stand the line and stand guard of this democracy, and that means we got to go on offense. No more defense. Go on offense. Fight fire with fire. So you ask me, am I in? I'm all in. You ask me, am I committed? I'm all in, committed and resolved. And so this is not a bluff. This is a moment to be held to a higher level of accountability.
And I mean, you know, Cory Booker, he also delivered a searing floor speech saying that he demands justice. And this is a call, folks, that this complicity with an authoritarian leader is ridiculous. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
But what I am tired of is when the President of the United States of America violates the Constitution, trashes our norms and traditions. And what does the Democratic Party do? Comply? Allow him? Beg for scraps? No,
Right.
I demand justice. This is a call, folks. The Democratic Party needs a wake-up call. I see
sure
law
does.
firms bending a knee to this president.
Man.
They
Not
should.
caring about the larger principles, that those free speech rights, that you could take on any client, why are you bending the knee? I see
Exactly.
universities
Yep.
that should be bastions of free speech
Brown
bending at the
and
knee
Columbia.
to this president. I see businesses taking late-night talk show hosts off the air because they dare to insult a president. I see people who want mergers suddenly think that they have to pay tribute to this president.
Yep.
And what are the very people here elected to defend the Constitution of the United States saying, oh, well, today, let's look the other way and pass some resources that won't go to Connecticut, that won't go to Illinois, that won't go to New York, that will go to the states he likes. That is complicity with an authoritarian leader who is trashing our Constitution. It's time for Democrats to have a backbone. It's time for us to fight. It's time for us to draw a line.
That's
And
real.
he's so right on so many levels.
It's about time someone brought. It's about
Somebody
time
need to stand up.
someone brought a backbone to a bipartisan knife fight.
Man.
It's about time somebody fucking stood up. Now let's go into this clip where a Texas man destroys Texas Republicans for gerrymandering, cheating, something they are taking from Trump. Trump asked them to get them more seats.
Y'all heard that right. A Texas Republican.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and run that clip, man.
Please give us your testimony.
I drove here 3 hours to get here. I came from Abilene, Texas. And if I'm willing to drive 3 hours to come here and talk, I'm going to ask you to get off your phone and listen to what I have to say. You got a call from Donald Trump. He told you to go find 5 seats. No, he got asked, how many seats? He said 5. He was asked on the news. You say, we don't have any maps. Well, how in the hell does Donald Trump know he's going to get 5 seats? Mm-hmm. I bet you anything there's maps that are there. This is ridiculous. A man a few days ago was arrested because he spoke too long at the lectern. He spoke too long and y'all said, oh, he had to be arrested because he broke the rules. How many of you are going to get arrested for breaking the rules of mistreating the citizens of this state? You're breaking the rules.
I like that it's a white man in the background.
We are the citizens of this nation. We're the ones. It's supposed to be bottom up, not top down.
Trickle down.
I'm going to say this one thing to you. You know it's wrong. In your heart, you know it's wrong.
They know it.
They know it.
They know it.
That's why they're scared to stand up to Trump.
Mm-hmm. So
you're right. And I mean, the Texas representative James Talarko in a viral clip nailed it. The only minority destroying America is the billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about crime, dysfunction, and destruction? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the boardrooms, not the border. Let's go ahead and run that clip.
Which one?
James Talarko.
The only minority destroying America is the billionaires. Trans people are 1% of the population. Muslims are 1% of the population. Undocumented people are 1% of the population. We are focused on the wrong 1%. Trans people aren't taking away our health care. Muslims aren't defunding our schools. Immigrants aren't cutting taxes for themselves and their rich friends. It's the billionaires and their puppet politicians. The culture wars are a smokescreen. So many of the divisions in this state and in this country are manufactured by billionaires who want us fighting each other instead of fighting them. They want us looking left and right at our neighbors instead of looking up at them. The biggest divide in our politics is not left versus right, it's top versus bottom.
That's real.
Yep.
They keep us fighting amongst each other over racist stuff, like this radical dude, blacks and Mexicans hate each other, like dumb stuff, man. And that's the type of stuff that they use to keep us fighting against each other. And we fall for it hook, line, and sinker every time. Oh, blame the immigrants. Oh, blame the transsexuals. 1% of the country trans.
And you got people like Meow Meow saying that you never hear when the Democrats do gerrymandering because both parties gerrymander. And
no, they
that's
do
a
not.
fact.
No, they do not. Republicans have the ones that took this stuff all the way to the Supreme Court.
Every
and the
time.
Supreme Court gave them the okay to keep on gerrymandering. The entire South. How do you think you never had a black governor across all these states in the South? When the states are 40, 50% black.
Right.
Somehow they never get, they can never figure out how to get any black representation in these states. Quit it. So let's talk money or the lack thereof. July's job report was abysmal. Just 73,000 jobs added.
73,000.
He just torted that we were doing fine before this dumb person came into office. We were doing fine till Donald Trump said he's going to start a trade war. We had no issues. Y'all sat around complaining for 4 years trying to blame everything that happened under COVID on Joe Biden.
You're right, Brianna.
The system was turned around.
902 billionaires reside in America.
That's ridiculous. Not that many. This should not be that many billionaires in the country. That's crazy. 73,000 jobs added. Manufacturing has now contracted 5 months in a row. Every month since this dude, he's supposed to be the manufacturing president.
Didn't we lose 2.7 million jobs under Trump's first term?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely did. We've lost jobs
and it looks
every
like
time
we're
we
on
come
track
in.
to lose the exact same amount again.
Manufacturing has contracted 5 months in a row, man. Factory jobs are at the lowest in 5 years, thanks to Trump's and his dumb tariffs.
Yep. And you know what? So naturally, Trump decides that he's going to fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics because he's saying that the numbers aren't where they're supposed to be. So he's blaming the numbers and not the actual policies. And instead of helping citizens with health care or SNAP benefits, he's bragging about building a ballroom.
A ballroom. This is how much he cares about y'all problems.
He wants a ballroom.
He talking about building a ballroom.
A
while
ballroom.
people out here suffering.
For motherfuckers to go out and dance.
So nothing says populism like starving your own people, man,
Whew.
to open a luxury event space. Read this tweet from True Social. Give me a second. Let me get this tweet here. In my opinion, today's job numbers were rigged in order to make the Republicans and me look back, Trump said. Just like when they had 3 great days around the 2024 president election. And then those numbers were taken away on November 15th, 2024. Right after election, when the jobs numbers were massively revised downward, making the connection of over 818,000 jobs. A total scam. Jerome Too Late Powell is no better. But the mood news is our country is going down. So he blames the person with the numbers. But it's one thing he didn't say, though. He tried to say that some numbers were changed during the 2024 election that he ended up winning. So that the numbers didn't help them. But also, he didn't say anything about how the numbers have changed from his last 3 to 4 months. Right. And they have went down. Sometimes the numbers change as the people take a tighter look and they revise that information. That's all that happened then. And that's all that happened now. Why is it okay when his numbers were higher, but then they end up and the projections were lower than what they said months ago? He didn't bring that up. He's just going to bring up the time that they messed up when it was happening, that it was happened so that Biden was the president still.
And
but while he was the
like
president,
Brendan Matthews, who's just saying, get a job.
Oh,
how?
God.
The economy was expected to add 104,000 jobs for the month of June, July, but only added 73,000.
Just losing, man. Losing.
That's a loss.
That's a loss.
That means the job market is trash.
Trash. And
that
it's
means
been
people
trash.
are trying their hardest to find a job and cannot.
Cannot find one.
Because why? Companies are not hiring.
Dude, Gob, get out of here, dog. Get out of here. The stock market just took a tumble yesterday. A tumble. The GDP and our growth is stagnant. It went down 600 points yesterday, man.
Yep.
The stock market has gave Trump the nickname Taco, and they're trying to ignore him any moves that he makes because they know that he's going to go back on his tariffs.
Yep.
But since he went on and put those tariffs in the other day, the market took a tank instantly. The job numbers are horrible.
Horrible.
And they've been horrible for the last 3 months, but they had to revise those numbers. And now he wants to fire the people.
Because he doesn't like that they came out with an accurate report.
So the number's going to be even worse. Nobody's going to even trust the numbers if he hires some crony or some dude who bows to him. It's disgusting. It's nasty. And so we're going to move on to this next clip. Go ahead and play this clip of Rick Scott talking about not wanting to be poor because he wants to keep.
I don't know how many people in the audience, how many of you don't want to make money? Anybody want to be poor? I don't.
Because you're already rich.
So this idea that we're going to attack people because they make money is wrong. Is absolutely wrong. We should cherish all of our different backgrounds. Every one of us has a different background. I've got a business background. But what I was just accused of is making money, and somehow I can't be fair and do things the right way. So I think it's disgusting what is going on here.
Now this is a bill that the guy, what is his name, from Missouri, is trying to put places. He's one of the only Republicans that even voted for it. And he placed the bill. He called it the Nancy Pelosi bill. The Pelosi Act, trying to blame Democrats for getting information on stocks. Now, only one Republican voted for it. One. But they're trying to say it's the Democrats. And you idiots fell for it. And when you look at the votes,
hook, line, and sinker,
what they do, they did not want to vote for it. if it's the Pelosi Act, wouldn't you think that the Democrats would be against it? No, they all voted to move it forward. And what happened? All the Republicans said no. Because their people, y'all are idiots, falling for their bull. They want to make money off stocks. While y'all sitting there pointing at Pelosi, Rick Scott is the richest dude in the damn thing, in the Congress and Senate.
In the GOP, he's the richest motherfucker, worth over $500 million.
Man,
and he wants to continue to make money off of stocks?
Man, they love it. They love it. And they're going to keep on.
Talking about you don't want to be poor.
No, I don't want to be poor.
No, you don't, because you already worth $500 million.
It's a rare moment of honesty and a mountain of hypocrisy. Republicans have spent years attacking Nancy Pelosi over insider stock trades. Yet when a bipartisan bill comes along to ban all congressional stock trading, only one GOP senator backs it. And the rest, hypocrites.
Yep. And let's go ahead and meet Senator Rick Scott from Florida, the wealthiest U.S. senator, who instead of condemning personal profiteering, he defends it, saying that anybody here want to be poor, like he just said in the clip we just saw. He don't want to be poor because he's rich.
Right.
Rich people don't want to be poor.
And
so they're going to do anything.
Whatever they got to do.
To save their pockets.
And Senator Scott, at the Senate Homeland Security Committee, he emphatically opposes the Honest Act. He
imposes
don't want to
be held accountable.
He don't want to be named accountable.
And the legislation nicknamed originally the Pelosi Act would ban trading of individual stocks by members of Congress, the president, and the vice president. Despite broad support from Democrats, every single Republican on the committee, except for Senator Josh Hawley, voted against advancing it. That includes
Scott.
Senator Rick Scott from Florida.
So Hawley teamed up with Democrats, but Rick Scott, Bernie Moreno, Ron Johnson, and Rand Paul, they all rejected the bill. All the Republicans. I thought it was Nancy Pelosi out here cheating.
And I thought she was the only one from making money while they're in Congress.
What happened? The Democrats voted for it, and the Republicans they're against it. Or y'all sitting around online talking about Pelosi making all this money. Pelosi making all this money.
Exactly, James Arnold. They're hypocrites.
All 100% hypocrites. That's what they are when it comes to everything. They all rejected the bill. Moreno called it a publicity show.
Yep.
While Scott slammed the process and morality of the reform.
Yep. And Scott, who, by the way, is estimated net worth is $550 million. He argued that the bill would force people to sell their businesses that they've built and that the wealthy should not be punished. Then he asked, does anybody want to be poor?
He painted himself as the capitalist hero. Despite lobbying for the repeal of ethics reform and that he admitted he once placed assets in a blind trust while Florida governor, now he opposes similar rules in Congress. Right. See, they like to fool y'all. Make y'all think that they care about these things and they're against what Pelosi is doing. But they are the main ones doing it.
He lobbied for the repeal of the ethics reform.
Right.
All while at the same time placing his own assets in a blind trust while he was the Florida governor.
It's fake, man. Fake. All other GOP committee senators know, including Rick Scott, Bernie Moreno, Rand Paul, and all Democrats on the committee. Yes, unanimous. The same GOP screaming about Nancy Pelosi, alleged trades, voted against making trading illegal going forward. It's not about ethics. It's about optics.
Yep.
And you fools are falling for it.
Yep. And then when Trump attacked Hawley as a second-tier senator for sponsoring the bill, Scott doubled down and said Democrat power play was aimed at Trump.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It's sad that these are the people that are playing y'all, man. We're talking about trans people are 1% of the. We got 3 people in trans sports, and y'all are flipping out about 3 people willing to vote against your own rights, your own care, your own taxes, helping the rich get richer just because 3 trans people were in sports. If you're upset about Pelosi, fine, but be consistent, you fucking hypocrites. When offered a law that would stop the behavior that Republicans have been crying about Pelosi for years, only Josh Hawley backed it. The race stayed loyal to their wallets. It's insane that you people are with this.
Right. And Sassy Mo 529, you're right. Billionaires are spending our money, not their own. So why do you think they're making so many cuts? You're exactly right. Just to divide the pie. Right. There are 13 billionaires in this current administration who love money and power, and Trump being the biggest one of them.
Mm-hmm, you're right.
The biggest one. But that's the bottom line. We're gonna talking ethics may seem easy, but voting for it, doing something about it, holding people accountable, that's where leadership fails.
So yeah, man, this is Habari News. We don't just follow the headlines. We follow the money and the hypocrisy of the Republican Party. Mm-hmm. We follow it close with a magnifying glass, and we make sure to put that online for others to make sure that they know what's going into. In a country where the truth is under siege, billionaires and saints and lies are luxury branded, Habari News brings you what they hope you'll ignore.
Yep. From the Gaza to golf course, from dildos to dictators. That was part 3 of Habari News Weekly. And we'll continue pulling the curtain back to just keep showing you the truth. So you need to keep showing up.
That's real. And remember the words of James Baldwin: ignore allied with power is the most ferocious enemy justice can have.
Mm-hmm. And we're not going to back down. So go ahead and stay tuned with us. And remember, stay woke.
Stay bold, stay woke. Forget what these people are talking about. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. We ain't gonna do anything. Okay. I do want to talk about, before we leave. See, Howard's got that old stuff on there. You see that?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you seen me take it completely out this morning.
That's weird, man. But one thing I want to talk about is the WNBA this week had a couple of crazy things happen.
They did.
First, they had a girl lose her wig while playing, and a fan laughed, and the fan was kicked out for laughing about the wig coming off the girl's head. And the girl happened to play for the Phoenix Suns. Now, I agree. They should not have wigs on. If you don't have any hair, that's just how you're
wear your natural hair while you on the court playing ball.
No reason you should have on a wig while playing basketball.
Weaving wigs should not be acceptable while you on the court.
At all, man. Take that off.
Take it off. You can't go X amount of games with your natural hair.
Man, I don't know why they allowed it. But in another, I was going to show you guys this videos, but I ain't want to get into something and not showing NBA games. I know that's one of the top things that you can't show online. But in another mishap in the WNBA this week, someone from the stands threw a dildo on the court. Threw a bright green dildo right on the court. The play had to be stopped, and I think the person was kicked out of the game for throwing this object on the court. But it just goes to the craziness that's going on in the WNBA right now as they try to figure out how their growth is going. Mm-hmm. People are just doing crazy stuff, man. It's I don't understand what's going on. Who brings a dildo to the game and then in the middle of the game decides, you know what?
I'm just gonna throw this on the court.
I think I need to throw a dildo on the court tonight.
Whatever fan that did this, they seriously was like, these itches they need some D.
Man, I don't.
They need the vitamin D, so I'm just gonna throw it out there to them, even though it's plastic.
I don't know what they was thinking, but we need to be better, man. We need to be better. So,
Sha'Carri Richardson was also arrested for domestic violence.
And that's the track star.
The track star.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she was arrested for domestic violence. I think it was they said stage 2 or something.
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
Hey,
against her boyfriend, who was also a track star.
She needs to calm down, but we don't know for sure. That's all allegedly. We'll see what happens on that.
Yep, we will.
But I want to thank everybody. And before we get up out of here real fast, I want to say we did watch Fantastic Four last week, man. It was a great movie, man. I would give it 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10.
I think Fantastic Four was almost in the category. It was literally in game. Fantastic Four.
Yeah, man.
That's how I would put them.
Yeah,
that's how I would.
It was definitely that good, man. I really enjoyed it. It was, you felt like you was in a family hero movie. You really felt like you were in the 60s. The visuals, bringing a lot of practical effects back made it feel. It made it feel like it was more real. The CGI, too much CGI, man. They have to go away from this, man. Go back to the days of practical effects,
where we get the original Star Wars effects and stuff like that.
And we love what they did, man. I really liked Pedro Pascal's Miss Reed. I liked everyone, man. All the characters was good. Galactus was great. The end scene, I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. It was great also. Good movie, 8.5 out of 10, man, is what I'm giving it, man. And if you have not seen the Fantastic Four, go ahead and check it out, bro, because it was a great movie. And we really appreciate everybody sticking around with us for this 2 hours and watching Habari Live. I am Damon Ellison, like always, and with my host, Iesha Rowan. We're going to talk to you guys next week. We will be posting clips throughout the week. So please, man, follow us, subscribe.
Hit the like button. Throw that bell on so you get notified when we go live.
Please. Thank you, James. We really appreciate you, bro. Shout out to you for the love. And hey, hit us up next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. 11 o'clock a.m. Phoenix time, Arizona time. So y'all have a good rest of your day. Even the people I didn't agree with, I hope you have a good rest of your day, man. And hopefully you learn something about your racism and craziness. But yeah, man, enjoy your day. And we will get up with you guys next time.
Holla, holla.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.